Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over how to make a YouTube video. First, you're going to need OBS Studio. OBS Studio is going to screen record everything you do. So if you have, for instance, a capture card, you can record the capture card from there. If you're just playing a computer game, you can record that or anything you want to do on the computer. It also allows you to set up your layers, so it has like basically the camera, microphone, display, all that, so you can change that around pretty easily. All you're going to do is you're going to go to the website, which is here, and I'll link all these websites down in the description below. You're going to go down to download installer. It'll pop up down here or up here. If you're using Firefox, it'll pop up here. If you're using Google or anything else, mostly it pops up down here. You'll click that, and then you'll click the exe. It'll run it. It'll ask you if you want to change things on your device for this application. You say yes, and then it downloads it. You press next a bunch of times, press finish, and then you're good to go. From there, you see a screen very similar to this. Now, I won't have all this by default, but I'll teach you how to do that. So first, I have your scenes over here. You can have multiple scenes, and depending on what you have in your scenes will change what the scenes show. These sources are what the scenes show. Display. The display captures the display. Video camera, or the video, captures your video input. And then the microphone captures your audio input. Now, for the sake of this, I'm going to show you how this works. So my display capture, I'm going to add another one, which is over here. You're going to press the plus sign, go to display capture. I'm going to put second screen. Bam. Alright, so you go to display. Here's my primary monitor, which is the one that's recording currently and showing. You press this one, and then it records all this. Probably this, my brother. Alright, we'll do that. So now it's showing everything over here. So this has my all my notes for this video. And this is my second monitor. Now, this is a hierarchical system. So how this works is if I close this, which is the eyeball, it'll hide it, but it'll show this display. Now, if I unhide it and put it below the display on my right side, it'll actually show this one above it, but then I have to hide this one to show the one beneath it, which is very typical for these types of softwares, especially like Photoshop if you use that. Next up, I'll delete my video camera, which I'll show you how to do that. So you go down here, click that, and then you go to the trash icon, and then you'll discard it, and then I'll re-add it. So all you have to do is go back to where it shows the camera, which is over here, and these little icons do help out if you just kind of know what the icons do, with the text as well. It'll help you go a bit faster. So I'll probably do in video cam. Okay. And now for me, it displays my video camera instantly. If you want to make a different scene, I would suggest hitting deactivate when not showing. So it deactivates the camera and then puts it onto the next scene, and then you press OK. Now from here, all you have to do is just drag this when it's highlighted in red, and then you just pop it back over here. That's it. You just left click it and then drag it over. Now sometimes whenever it's not and it has this blue like box around it, you have to click it, make it red, and then you can drag it. And then you click the corners or this, and then you can resize it depending on what you want. Next up, we got the snowball, which is my microphone. What I am going to do here, since I made the last video and this actually does overlap if you have two of them up, I'm going to delete this. You won't hear me for a second, but I'll re-add it like I did everything else with the plus icon. So I'll delete this. And now, if you can hear me, that's okay, I guess. I'll call this snowball. Hello everyone, this is future me. So when I clicked this audio, it actually messed up the audio again. It basically just overlapped the audio, so it does take a little while to adjust as it did later in the video. Next up on the list, we got settings. What settings is going to do is it's going to allow us to go to output after you go to general. You're going to be able to look at the browse tab, and what the browse tab is going to do is it's allowing you to select a file that you can basically put all these videos it's recording to in. And what I'm going to show you is how to put this onto an external hard drive in case you want to record very long videos that are an hour or two. For instance, if you're streaming or you just have game footage that you want to edit and make some videos later with. So I go into a little bit of detail here on how to access this by going to this PC, which that's what the application is called. And if you have an external hard drive, it'll show the D drive or the E drive or something along those lines. And what that will do is you click that and then it brings it up. You're going to make a new file. You're going to name it something. and you'll right click it, and then you'll create a new file. With that being said, you make the name. I think I named it like video game videos here or something like that. You click that file, and then it will loop everything from OBS straight to that file as soon as it's done. And that's all that you have to do there. Once you do that, you can test it by pressing record and then going into your hard drive, your external hard drive, clicking on the file link and seeing if it's there or not. And that should be it for that. Next up, I do talk about going into Lightworks here. And Lightworks is the video software, editing software that I use. It has 720p off the bat, and it does offer a 30 FPS. I think it may go up to 60 FPS for the free version, but I'm not for sure. I know it does 30 FPS for sure. So the free version is obviously free. There is a more expensive version that you can pay for, and it's $10 a month or $100 a year. That does offer 4K support. That's only if you want that. You don't need it, but if you want to make some better quality videos, it's definitely an option. So once you download it, it downloads the exact same way OBS does once you do that. You make an account though, that's the only difference. But once it's downloaded, I will pull up the video now and show you the rest of it. Well, you log into your account, create a new project, and then you start going from there. I am logged in. So here we go. I'm gonna name this one Making YouTube Videos. Alright, so that's the name of my project. Now when you press create, it's gonna come up with this big intimidating screen, and I understand if you've never seen something like this before, it is a lot to understand. All you need to know is this area up here is where all your videos go that you recorded or audio. This down here is where you edit everything. This is where you see everything that's down here. Okay, so all I'm going to do is try to find a video that I'm actually going to pull up my other files real quick. This should be it. Yeah, here we go. So I'm gonna put some videos in here from Risk of Rain from my other projects earlier last year. Now I'm going to drag and drop them down here. So you can drag and drop one by one. How you delete is you press X, just like that, or backspace. They serve two different functions, but I'll get to that later. You can also left click, hold down, highlight everything, and then just drag them in. You can do that as well. Alright, pretty simple. Next up, the most functional, crucial command you gotta know in this is C. It's cut. C, just like that. So I made this little divider here, and I'll move this to show you. So it cut this clip from this clip. And why that's important is because if you make two cuts, like that, you move this out of the way, you can highlight this one specifically. You can press backspace, which deletes it like that, and it leaves this black space here. Or you press X, and it joins these two videos together. And normally you probably want to do the X because it will join them together. Unless if you want to stick something there from another video. Now, this is a little bit confusing up front, but I'm going to show you anyway. So if you click the audio, it locks the audio. This means this kind of like grayed out section here means the audio is no longer functional. So what this means is if I left click and do the box dragging, it doesn't highlight the audio, but it only highlights the video. And this goes for video as well. You can always click here and lock the video to where the audio is the only one that shows up. Why this is good is because if you need to, you can lock the video and basically delete all this audio to make a new audio section. And in this instance, it would actually be better to do the backspace so you can add more audio here. And that's with that's how you lock the videos. And if you wanted to delete a certain thing without having the audio there, you just lock the audio, and then say you want to delete this video clip, just like that. And then you press X or backspace, depending on which function you want to use, and there you go. That's it. So to move a video over into an area, all you're going to do is take this, just move it over here. Now this is going to replace it, so it's actually going to delete all what was beneath this. If you don't want that to happen, you hold shift and then click. It's actually going to, so shift in, but if you hold shift before you drag it, it merges it together. I'll show you that one more time. So if you just hold it like this, it actually leaves this black space here. If you hold shift and then click, it merges everything together. But So let's say you shift, left click, and then shift again. It's going to insert it. It's going to keep everything that was here beneath it, but it's going to split it wherever it comes in. So that's also a really nice functionality to use. But as far as most things go with these YouTube videos, you're going to need just to know the cut function, which is C. Always remember C. You're going to need the delete function, which is X, which will basically join videos together, or backspace. You'll need to know how to lock videos and how to lock that audio. Once you get those down, everything else should be accessible on YouTube, and it just builds upon those fundamental facts. So once you understand that, everything becomes a lot easier. One thing I will mention is, as a tidbit, to lower the decibels on clips, just in case you want to add music and make your voice louder, you can, here's the decibel rating. So louder is up here with the plus symbol, and then quieter is the negative. So that's pretty much how decibels work. And that will change how the audio output works, essentially. How you export these is you right click, and then you go down to export down here, and you go to this button, and I'll actually make a very small video and then show you how the upload process works to YouTube, just to kind of complete this video. So we'll go down here, go to export, just like that, press start. Now, depending on the length of your video, how complex it is, it will take a lot longer than that, but that was a very short clip. So this is where it's going to be stored on your computer. As I said before, 7020, 30 FPS. Well, I guess this one's 30 FPS, my bad. If it was 60 FPS, either way, it still looks fine. Click this, boom, there we go. Alright, here's the file. Now I'm going to go back here, and I will take this. And this was actually what I was working on beforehand, but this is kind of a failed version of this video. So we're going to upload it again. And then we'll go down here, we'll take this, boom. So all I have to do is drag and drop in this little box over here. And then I'll process this, and all you're going to do is, so this is the thumbnail area. You make a thumbnail, and you're probably going to use Photoshop or GIMP. Photoshop's paid for, GIMP is not. This is what I made. And this is also has a very specific aspect ratio. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Just look it up. It's pretty accessible online. This is what I made. So for instance, for this video, if I was making this, and this was, let's say this video, I'm going to go in here, how to make a YouTube video, bam. Alright, there we go. It overtakes that. You know, you put your title in here, description, all that. You press no, it's not made for kids for many reasons, but I'm not going to get into that. You just press that button. Over here you add hashtags. You say, like, I don't know, YouTube, and then you press comma. That's it. And then you put about 10 of those in, you put hashtag, and then whatever you want to do it. And so basically for allowing YouTube to pull up your videos quicker, I would suggest about 10. If you do more than that, that's fine. If you do less than that, that's probably fine, but I would suggest at least about 10 is what I would suggest. Over here you got your categories. This is how you, another further search result for YouTube. If you do gaming, which most people will, you're going to click title optional, and let's say you're doing Risk of Rain, right? It'll pop up Risk of Rain, and let's say you're doing Risk of Rain 2. There you go. Now you're underneath the Risk of Rain 2 category for the searches, which is really nice. Now you click next, and then next. You shouldn't have any copyright issues if you did everything by yourself. And then public, you can set the timer here if you want to. This means you can set a date when it gets published and everything like that. I will tell you from my experience, it is not extremely crucial to upload a video at a certain time. I think it is, it doesn't matter. That how YouTube, in my opinion, works, and from what I've experienced, is it works off how many views you get on your previous videos, how many clicks you get on your previous videos, meaning like comments, likes, all that stuff. That will determine the amount of basically suggestion feeds your new YouTube videos get. So regardless of how you start out, you're going to most likely start out in a very slow snowball. And then on occasion you'll get a few breakout videos, and hopefully those breakout videos will grow your channel. I really wish the best of luck to all y'all, and then you click publish, by the way. This is, it's hard. You have to just keep at it. It really is not anything, it's just a grind, and you really just have to understand that if you're doing this by yourself, everyone else is doing this by themselves. And you just have to keep making videos. So anyways, have a good day, everyone. I'll see you.